Good morning. Happy Tuesday. How is everybody this fine Tuesday? Just great? Woohoo! All right. How is everybody? All right. So I have to say, yesterday in my yoga class, our theme was I am worthy. So everyone has to say, I am worthy. I am worthy. Woohoo! All right. That's a good thing to bring with you throughout the day today. Today is March 11th, 2025. I'll let you know what's going on for the week and start with a little bit with next week, and then I will hand it over to Jeff. All right, so today at 10 a.m. we have Gary Hansen here. He is going to be talking about Impressionism in art. So it deals with Impressionism and how it changed the art world, and during this lecture he'll look at what prompted this remarkable change and the key players in this story and how it impacted the 20th and 21st century. So that is today in Marion Hall, Gary Hansen. 11:30, Affinity Hearing is here. It's a free service to get your hearing aids cleaned. So that's in Marion Hall if you need their services. There's no sign up as of yet. But they suggest that if you're needing batteries or anything that would be in addition to a hearing, the cleaning, please bring a checkbook or some type of payment if you need batteries. Or I'm assuming they would probably set up an appointment with you if you need further anything with your hearing aids in addition to the cleaning. So that's 11:30. 1 p.m. we have Open Art Studio. 3 p.m. we have bandage rolling in the West Party Room. Wednesday the 12th, we have our 3 TED Talks recorded on 991 at 1 p.m. The 3 topics are the art of marketing for good. The second one is solar energy is even cheaper than you think. And the third is how to use your strength as an outsider. 1:30 on Wednesday we have 500, and 7 p.m. we have bingo. Thursday the 13th, 9/11 we have our recorded coffee chats on 991. 9:30 is our excursion to the Minnesota Orchestra. And then Friday the 14th, 1 p.m. we have our coffee chats on 991, and we have bridge and poker at 1 p.m. Fridays. 2:30, it's going to be either 2 or 2:30. I'm having a pop-up, it's Pi Day. So we will have on the east or the west end, I'm going to have both of them. I will have little stations where you can come and grab a slice of pie since it's Pi Day. I'll have signs I'll have signs put up this today, just giving you a little reminder, but it's a little pop-up Pi Day on Friday. And that will be either at 2 or 2:30. I haven't quite decided yet because I'm checking in with some of the staff because I'm going to need some extra help. So that should be kind of fun. 4 p.m. we have a happy hour. 7 p.m. is our movie, and the movie is 100-Foot Journey. It's a comedy. It's a young self-taught chef opens a restaurant just 100 feet away by an acclaimed French restaurant, and competition erupts. So that's the movie. Saturday the 15th, 8 a.m. we have men's breakfast. There is an excursion this Saturday, and that's to the Plymouth Playhouse, and the production is Into the Woods. And that leaves at 12:15. 7 p.m. we have bingo on Saturday. Next Monday, 1 p.m. we have knit and chat. And of course it's St. Patrick's Day next Monday. Woohoo! So please, if you're available, it starts at 2:30. It's down here. It's in the atrium. There's going to be green beer, snacks, and entertainment. So we have this fellow here. His name is Charlie Heyman. He plays the button accordion and the English concertina. So he is an excellent Irish entertainer. So I'm hoping if you're available, come on down and enjoy his talents for that day. And how do you pay for your beer on St. Patrick's Day? Does anyone know? With a leprechaun. With a leprechaun, okay. All right. I should leave the jokes for Jeff, I know. Wait. okay. What's that?
You're starting to set too close to the other guy.
Yeah, right, exactly. All right, I'll hand it. Any questions? Make sure you get your checks in if you've signed up for anything. All right, thanks everybody.
Thank you, Jillian. I thought that was a wonderful joke. I like when you groan. What's the difference between an Irish wake and an Irish wedding? There's one less drunk at an Irish wake. I like that. I don't care what you folks think. All right. I just had a couple things this morning. The first is I want to talk a little bit about signs at Ridgepoint. I know that we've got the Aging with Grace group together, and they're all excited, and I think what they're doing is wonderful. But at the same time, we don't want Ridgepoint full of signs. I'm not, certainly not a fan of signs that say do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. But I just think that we don't need all that many signs around here. And if you're interested in activities or what's coming up or whatever, where do most of you look? The bulletin boards. The bulletin boards are the place to look. We are going to start to incorporate Channel 991 a little bit on postings for upcoming things in a more than just saying this is happening. Show the poster that you saw around for the Aging with Grace event. We would actually put that poster on 991 for a while. So that's where we're at with that.
Jeff,
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. It sounds like a book that most of us could probably use. But who sponsors that?
What that is sponsored by the resident council.
Okay?
It's not sponsored by Ridgepoint. Keep
That
going.
should be listed on the on the sign.
In fact, admittedly, it was omitted from the sign. It will be going forward. Yep. There are things going on around here that are not Ridgepoint things. Doesn't mean that we're not going to allow them and do them, but what Jillian, whatever is Jillian's responsibility is Ridgepoint's sponsored event. But that's a good point. We'll do better to identify who's behind the event going forward. Does that sound good enough for you?
Yep.
All right, Norma?
In the communicator, it does express that.
Yep. That's because the communicator is coming from the council and they're aware of any conflict, not that it's a conflict of interest, but that there's a clear demarc between Ridgepoint stuff and outside stuff. Sandy.
Speaking of the communicator, there's a small error in there, where it's talking about the plastic that's recyclable. It's 1, 2, and 5. Yeah. Not 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, Sandy, apparently in the communicator, we said recyclable plastics. Just for clarification, Sandy, on the bottom of the little triangle where it says it's recyclable, there's a number, okay? And the ones that are recyclable here are 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I'm just testing people. I knew what I wanted. 1, 2, and 5 are the ones that are recyclable here. Okay? Very good. 1, 2, and 5. Okay, another thing that has been going on since the beginning of time that is frustrating for me, and honestly, I feel empathy and I feel sorry for some of the people that work here. People will come to me and they'll say, I had a family necklace and it was stolen and I know who did it, and they point a finger. And okay, where was the necklace? The necklace was sitting right here on my bedside table, just like it always has, and it disappeared after so-and-so came into my apartment. All right, what I'm instructing our employees to do and say is, yep, if I come in every day and I see that necklace, say I'm a housekeeper and once a week I come in and I see this beautiful necklace, I might say, Jillian, I know this necklace probably means a lot to you. For your safety and mine, I would appreciate if you found a different place for it. You see what I'm saying? Because what happens is, if it's missing, Jillian's gonna blame me. And that's where you can tell when people are hurt by different things where the heart is. And if a housekeeper comes to me and says, oh, they're upset, they think I took this and all that, and right or wrong, maybe they're a really, really good liar or whatever, but sometimes I feel like I believe exactly what you're saying. And we want to protect those folks. We have a wonderful housekeeping staff, in my opinion, and we want to keep them happy. Doesn't mean they shouldn't be accountable for where they are and what they're doing. Nobody backs up to pick up a paycheck, all that good happy stuff. So that's what I have this morning. Does anyone have any questions on anything? Ann?
For about a week, I'm not able to get the music channels, which is very frustrating. So I don't know if that happens to anybody else, or if I can get those back.
She's unable to get the music channels. Ann, is it channel like 440?
I always go for it.
494.
It says error, and it says try again. And you
Yeah. I know your name. Jan. Did we stop and start your box one other time and it came back?
No, I've never had a problem with it before.
Someone, have you unplugged your box and plugged it back in? Try that. Something tells me that's happened before.
Which one is the right box instead of the box?
When you unplug it, you'll lose your TV signal. It's an Xfinity box. I can come up and show you too.
And then I'll write a message to me.
All right, anything else? Yes, Lanny.
Talking about the supper meals.
Dinner meals, yep.
The meals are typically not appropriate for people with diabetes, almost across the board.
Okay.
It'd be nice if there was a choice where we could have the type of meal that a diabetic could not eat and a diabetic could eat.
Thank you for that, Lenny. Lenny's concerned that the meals are not diabetic friendly.
Any of them.
Any of them. Okay, have you talked to Jeffrey in the kitchen?
No.
You might try that if we can get it where we eliminate the starch. Or here again, you'd think I'd know what a diabetic diet should consist of. I don't, but you may be able to change or replace whatever. But I want to. We've had a number of concerns about the menu, and it doesn't respond to my religion, or it's too high salt, or it's non-diabetic friendly and all that. And it may be all that stuff, but we're not a food service that responds to special diets. Our food service is, we want to sell food. We want to create an environment that is happy and joyous and all that good stuff, but we'd have our heads in the sand if we weren't a bit aware of who our audience is. And I think if you have concerns about food service,
Sorry, it's driving me bananas.
it's driving me bananas too.
See if that helps.
That'll help. If you have concerns about what's on the menu and all that stuff, talk to a member of the food committee. Fill out comment cards, okay? That we are going to have a food committee meeting tomorrow. And the resident members of the food committee, it's an ad hoc committee, it's not it's a Ridge Point committee, it's not part of the council, is Barbara Bunt, Maureen Gilchrist, and Lloyd Schneider. Those are the three that you can talk to. I don't even know if we have that published anywhere, do we?
I'm not certain of that.
Maybe that's not the way to go. Fill out comment cards. And we're having a meeting tomorrow, and we can certainly start to talk about what would help, Lanny.
Sure. What would help is for the diabetic
Sugar.
What would be the simplest thing we could do?
I'm trying to think a little bit here, it caught me off guard, I'm still waking up, sorry.
Are you not listening to what I'm saying?
Yes, I am.
What the heck are you coming down
Yes,
here
I
for?
am.
If
It's just that
hold on.
there is a lot, the food is very heavy. It's, I would imagine.
Too much starch.
Quite a few people here, I would assume, do have diabetes, it come with your age, a lot of people.
We'll get some help
There really
here.
isn't, and you're offered three meals, but when I take a look at it, and I said, there's hardly anything here that you could really eat. So if they had like leaner things, more salad kind of things, or I know they have a few times they have salmon, and I've seen that. I mean, I don't know. I'm not the
But then we'll put the
dietitian.
orange sauce on the salmon, and that might negate that, correct?
You know, they have.
What were you going to say, Maxine?
I was gonna say, it would be helpful if, for instance, if you're going to have mashed potatoes and corn on the cob and bread and dessert, if there's an availability for a fresh fruit substitute.
Yep.
For corn on the cob.
Yep. And we're having more tossed salads now, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, Lori?
We ordered the meatloaf last night, and I will tell you, I can tell the difference. There was less salt in the meatloaf.
And someone had told me that the meatloaf last night was fantastic.
It was.
It was good, but there was less salt than it had had last time we ordered.
Okay.
There was broccoli with no seasoning, and there was a salad, which was not on the menu, but that would also be a very good thing for.
That sounds like a good meal for a diabetic.
Or anyone.
Or anyone. For me. Short, fat Norwegians love that stuff. I saw a hand over. Joanne, was it you? Yep.
I would say more vegetables,
More vegetables.
a larger serving of vegetables,
Okay.
and not cooked down.
Well, then we're getting, some of that's personal preference, I understand that. But what our goal is, and always has been, that has been very, very difficult to achieve, is to get enough trained servers working in the dining room so we can respond to some of these requests that you're gonna have each and every night. You know, oh, could I get the mashed potatoes with the gravy on the side, or I don't know what your request might be. I don't want dressing on my salad, just bring me the salad, or I don't want the cheese sauce on the broccoli. You know, if we're all working together, we can make that work. Max, again.
Speaking of salad dressing, it would be nice if there would be spoons in the salad dressing that they put on the table, because we're pouring it and then it's messing up your tablecloths and whatever.
All right, very good.
We had a guest here, and we were sitting at a smaller table on the side, and we waited. There was another table next to us too that was also on a small table. The center table was being served their meal already after the salad, and we had never even received our salad dressing.
Yep.
And so, unless it's something that's perishable, they could put the salad dressing on the table. So people, because the salad's usually there, instead of waiting, and it was kind of embarrassing. We had someone from outside the building coming to have dinner. People next to us too, we kept saying, "Could we just have our dressing? Just our dressing, we'll make, we do it ourselves." We never got it.
You know, and those are things,
I know you're short,
but please, fill out comment cards. We go over the comment cards at the meetings. I hope we have a few of them tomorrow. Today would be a good day to fill out a comment card on the food service.
And where do the comment cards go?
Where do the comment cards go? There's a box down by the dining room. Am I right? Yeah. Okay, Norma.
In the communicator, it talked about name tags. That has been talked about months, and it's been talked about since I moved here 3.5 years ago. And there's a clarification that the council members are going to be wearing name tags, and that the residents, it's optional whether we want to or not. What are we wearing, the paper stick-on name tags if we want to? Or is there a certain kind of name tag that we're going to be wearing?
I have no idea. That's a council thing. I don't advocate name tags for residents, but I know that there are a number of people that think, that appreciate name tags. Have at it. That's fine. But I don't have anything to do with it. All right? Birthdays. What is today? Tuesday. Today, March 11th, Lucy Olson. March 13th, Mike Stoffel. March 14th, Pat Berner. March 18th, Marianne Dost and Roger Stark. And that's it. Tomorrow, Helen Lippitz, 100 years old. And she'll be on the van going shopping. And she'll know exactly how much money she has in her bank account because she will have checked her computer for her bank account. I did a little looking.
At her bank account?
At her bank, I've seen her bank account. I've helped her on her computer a time or two. These people would all have been 100 years old in 1925. And some of the names surprised me that I thought they may have been younger. Malcolm X, Maggie Thatcher, RFK, Paul Newman, Peter Sellers, Johnny Carson, Richard Burton. This one's still alive, I think. Dick Van Dyke, Bill Haley, B.B. King, and Sammy Davis Jr. I wish I would have known I was going to say that before I would have done a Sammy Davis Jr. impression for you. All right. Anniversaries. Yeah.
And Helen works in the store once a month.
Helen Lippitz works in the store?
Yes.
Okay, she works
First Friday.
first Friday. So if you want to take advantage of a 100-year-old lady, go into the store the first Friday of the month.
She's too sharp for that.
She's too sharp for that. Exactly. Go ahead and try. We should have a contest. All right. Anything else? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you. Fill out comment cards for the restaurant. Thank you.